And now, in case you have any questions or you want to do something, I decided to make a live and see what is going on. We're gonna talk about this factory reset computer. Many people has sent me a lot of questions and the messages about factory reset computers. So I will explain something. When you factory reset the computer, don't factory reset the computer because you haven't necessarily because you having technical problems. Okay, so if your computer is super slow, see if you can manage the memory RAM. Try to manage the hardware first before you attempt to do something with the software, because what happens is many people has a lot of problems with the hardware and they do these factory settings ending up stuck, and the computer gets stuck and they don't it doesn't work properly anymore. So don't factory reset just because you having a problem with the computer, physical problem. Like if you already checked your hard drive, make sure it works fine. Your SSD, you already did all the hardware thing and it doesn't work, so then try the software. But there is many options you have to do before you do factory setting, because otherwise a lot of people will have this problem. And Microsoft is aware that Windows 10 has this problem. When you factory reset the computer, it gets stuck in a percentage and there is no other way. So the best solution that I will recommend to everybody is load Windows 10 in a USB. Download the ISO file from Microsoft of Windows 10 and use Rufus to put it on the memory, unless your laptop is able to upgrade to Windows 10. Why I'm still talking about Windows 10? I should be talking about Windows 11 at this point, right? Because it's not supported anymore. I'm talking about Windows 10 because a lot of people still have Windows 10, and believe it or not, some countries they still using Windows XP for some reason. Should I just suppose have to deal with problems with Windows XP? So this is what happened. Y esto es lo que pasa cuando tú haces un factory reset. When you do a factory reset, cuando haces un factory reset en tu laptop y tienes problemas físicos, por ejemplo, puede ser el problema cuando te quedas atorado, puede ser el hard drive, el SSD o alguna memoria RAM que pueda estar mala. Eso es lo que te causó. You get stuck because la memoria RAM. You get stuck because the memory RAM. Try to solve those problems first, right? You start to first. If your computer is super slow and it doesn't work properly, try to upgrade to your memory RAM. Don't stick with the same memory RAM that came from the factory, the same memory RAM that you had when you bought a computer. Don't stick to that. I mean, try to do something different, upgrade something, and see if it improves the performance. Or go from a magnetic disc, the one that still sound when you plug it. Go from a magnetic, just change it for an SSD. Like you can buy many different options. I'm not telling you, like, you can find in Amazon a lot of things, computer components that I can hang. I'm gonna put it on this live after I finish. I'm gonna link a lot of products that you can use. They are not expensive and they are good. I tested myself, so I fixed those computers with this. So one step number one. And other thing is, many people ask me, hey, you know what, when I try to factory reset my computer, my HP computer, I try F11 and it doesn't work. And some people don't understand when I say F11. I don't know what's my problem with the F. Probably have problems with the F word. I don't say bad words, or I try at least to not say. I know when I say that I never did say. But look, what I realized lately is the HP laptops, they not only work with F11, they work with F12, they work holding shift, they work pressing escape, they work. There is many options that you can put an HP laptop into factory reset mode. There is many options that you can do. Just try one of those options. Don't stick with the one or the most popular one. try yourself. And then, like, I learned something from working with computers and working with fixing many things. Is like, if you give up quickly, so don't even try to do it. You know, that applies for everything in life. That applies in your work. That applies in everything. If you don't know what to do, take a break, breathe, go eat something, then come back. You might have the solution when you come back. And like, in one thing I learned, if you give up easily, you won't get your results, the ones you wanted, like you want to solve your problem. In another hand, I don't understand this about the people. I'm putting here in my channel a lot of videos on how to fix stuff, and you're still paying the technician hundreds and hundreds of dollars because you don't want to afford yourself. So I'm trying to help people here. Like, I'm putting something like you can use. The main idea of this channel was always help the people. And if you have any questions, just throw it right here in the live so I can answer to you. No problem. That's my channel. That's what my channel for. I know that sometimes I do some tendencies that I see on YouTube, or sometimes I want to do something funny. But what is the point of having a YouTube channel if I don't have fun? Like, do what you like, do what you express yourself. So I want to be myself. So one of the rules that all the YouTubers give, one of the advice that they give you is like, be yourself. And like, I might like some people like me because I be myself. Some people don't like me, fine. But at the end of the story, I'm being myself. I'm trying to express here, trying to help. And people still lack of trust when I'm trying to help people. For example, as a handyman, when I work, I tell my customers, you know what? I have 40% of discount in the painting store. You can have it. They just don't believe. We're living in a world that everybody's mean. Everybody thinks that being mean is cool. And you know what? Being mean is not cool. So, but because of the people see a lot of mean people doing mean things in this world, think that everybody is mean. Everybody, no. I mean, I'm telling people I'm not going around the business. I'm going to help each other. When you give me a job, you help me, and then I trying to help you back in somehow, or at least give you a discount, or do something for you, or do a little bit extra for free, so that you show that you care about the person who's giving you a job, right? So you need a doctor. Why? Am I sick? Yeah, I need a doctor. You know what? You know who's my doctor? My doctor is Jesus Christ. I believe in God. That's why I'm trying to be a good person. That's right. That's why I'm trying to don't pay attention to negative comments. Don't offend people. I try to live my life. I try to help others. If you think I need a doctor, I imagine that you must having a bigger problem than me. So I'm happy in my life. I don't know about you. If you are not happy, I'm sorry. So all I can do is pray for you, okay? All I can do is pray for you. So you know what? We live in this life out of love. We live you live in this life out of love. You live in a life where everybody offend each other. I'm trying to change people's mind here, and then you come telling me that I need a doctor. The only doctor I need is God, though. The only doctor I need in my life is God. He made a lot of things for me. And if you don't believe in God, that's your problem. I am a handyman. I am a handyman. I also fix computers. So I have a work, I have a family. I still have time to dedicate 10 or 15 minutes for you in this life. When next time you go to somebody, don't judge the people just to judge them. Think about before saying something. Okay? You don't know me. If you know me, then you can say something. Get a computer. See, games are cool. You know what? Games are cool. I believe the games are cool. But life is not about games, bro. You have to go out and live. You have to go out and talk to people. You cannot be in your room all day without talking people. I know games connect some people and they make some friends that they think the same thing, you know. But live a better life, you know. Oh yeah. Okay. Are you a kid? Have the impression I got some kids watching. But you know what? Uh, Not everything is about I think it's not your fault, man. Maybe your parents didn't show you manners, you know? Okay. Biggest mistake in life? I don't, I cannot recount any biggest mistake. So, Billy Crew, you are a kid. You are a kid, you know, like, shh, shh. Why, I mean, why your dad and mom let you even watch content that is not created for kids? I didn't create this for kids. You are a kid watching, making crazy comments, I can tell. Adult people respect each other, okay? And some of them don't. But don't get the example from that people, you know? Try to be better. Try to be a better person. See, you don't get nothing in life if you don't have force. Okay, so go back to the computer thing is like if you want to have your computer running properly, one of the things, so good enough, I'll take care of myself by myself. Yes, yeah, right, Billy. Kiddo, keep studying. I mean, do it for keep being good in school, kid. I can tell for the way you express. You the first thing that comes in your mind is bad words. I know if you have a problems, I understand. You know, and you know I respect you. Even if you talking, if you talking things improper things, you know, get a better job. What are you talking about? I make more money than you. Okay, so you all just distracted me. I was explaining about factory reset. Okay, factory reset. Okay, this is what you do if you want a factory reset. So for all these problems, I've been saying it in the comments to a lot of people. A lot of people that has this problem that they get the computer stuck while the factory reset. The only options you have here, and I repeatedly reply back to people in my short, is that the only options you have at that point, if you get stuck, um, you're gonna have to download a version of Windows and reinstall it because you don't have no choice. Your computer is stuck already. You have problems with your computer. So Microsoft offered that software for free. Okay, remember this thing. The product key is something that you have to purchase. Like for if your computer came with Windows already, Windows 10, Windows 11. I'm going back to the topic because my commenters are not the best. But you know, I tried. I'm switching the conversation because that's the point of this live is help the people who get stuck on Windows resets. And you know, like I have i7 4 gens computer. iCore 7 is good, man. iCore 7 is a good processor for gamings and all the rest of stuff. If it's good for gamings, but the important thing is like I know for many young people is you know a good processor able to handle bigger games is important. So that's something that you have to choose carefully when you're trying to buy a computer. It doesn't mean that you cannot make it even faster because what I think is possibly done is whatever memory that your computer came from, you go to the manufacturer and ask them what is the highest you can go with your memory RAM, and you know, and storage you can have 1 T, 2 T, and then like increase the memory, the storage memory. But in RAM, I know the computer has a limit, and sometimes you want to make it faster and you over exceed this limit. You want to make it faster, you over exceed the limit. Sometimes it happens the opposite, it makes it slower. So normally what I learn from computers is that you can double up whatever the computer comes with. You can double it up, to start with, and it works perfectly. If it comes with 8 gigabytes, you increase it to 16. If it comes with 32, you can increase it to 64. And the motherboard, yeah, it depends on the manufacturer though. Like, the manufacturer is the one who will tell you. The people who design, they put a limit, and you know why they purposely put a limit in the laptop you purchase? Because they want business, bro. They don't want you to have the computer forever, right? So that's why they don't like this kind of programs where you can anyway load, and actually they don't work properly anyway, that you can actually load the latest version of Windows. Just look at Windows 11, for example. Windows 11 has a limit now. The computers that came with Windows 10, not all of them can upgrade to Windows 11, right? So yeah, that's the point, to make you buy another. Exactly. That's why they put a limit. What options do you have? The only benefits of this is the computer can last you around 10 years. If you increase the memory RAM and the hard drive, you can have it working good and performing good. Okay, so just be organized with your files. If you have too much files, the computer gets slow too. So don't over exceed, pass the half of the capacity. You have 1 terabyte and you spend like 800 gigabytes of memory, almost getting to 1000. Of course your computer is going to get slow, because it has around 11 or 12 gigabytes, around 16 gigabytes or 20 that is using for the operating system things. So that's uh, yeah, an SSD with 2T. Yeah, oh, you'll be all right with that. You'll be all right with that. So, and you can purchase a lot of products with this. Like, for example, let me see if I can find. I don't have any products right now here, but I will leave them on this. The ones I already test, because you need to test, right? Sometimes you find something that is good and it's not so expensive. That will help you, even with your pocket and the stuff you want to do, right? So I'm telling you, like, you can always upgrade the memory RAM and all stuff. The most recommendations I can tell to people is always have a portable SSD or a portable hard drive. Then when you can do your backup and throw it to that hard drive, that way, when you make a fresh installation in your if you upgrade whatever you want to upgrade, if you want to upgrade the M2 SSD, if you have a SATA or if you have a magnetic disk, you're gonna upgrade the SATA depending on how old your computer is. So keep in mind, you have to throw your files separate, make a backup, and then put it back together in the new installations you make. Now, when we talk about installations, many times I made a videos where I delete all the partitions and create one from zero, from scratch. Why I do that? Because I don't like this kind of installation that comes with the computers in the stores, that they make you two hard drive, a C and a D or whatever. So the problem I have with that is they put the less memory in the operating system hard drive. The rest is a storage, and they leave 800 gigabytes as a storage. They just give like 20 or 35 gigabytes for the operating system on that disk. The problem is the operating system save the files and games and everything in the hard drive where it is assigned for C, and then leaving the other space for nothing. Like, uh, you know, my okay, you lost your certificates. Okay. Um. Well, and then that's why I delete all the partitions, and was I saying, I create one, so that way you only have everything in one hard drive. I never understood the kind of installation, but you have everything in just one SSD hard drive, operating system and storage. For me, that works even better. So this is it for now. I really thank you for the ones comments. I know it was not the best that I wanted to say. I just wanted to keep on topic. I felt like I apologize if I distract from the main topic I was. And you know, guys, I really appreciate your comments, for good, for bad. And I see you know about computer. I respect that, and I believe that you get me on that, even if you were teasing me. I appreciate your attention, your time to be here. Thank you so much. This is it for now. See you on the next live.